guys, I needed to clean my makeup brushes today, so I decided to film myself doing it. And I did that because this is the best way I have found to clean my makeup brushes. It is cheap, you don't have to go buy anything special, and it really works. And you really only need 2 ingredients, and I can just about guarantee that you already have them in your home. You just need dish soap and oil. And the soap does a really good job of removing all of the dirt and grease from your makeup brushes, and then you use oil to kind of hydrate the bristles and get them back to being conditioned so that you don't dry them out just with the soap. If you want to see how I got all my makeup brushes clean, just keep watching. Okay, so this is pretty much what you're going to need. And like I said before, you probably already have these items in your home. The first is dish soap, and I've used this with Dawn and a couple other brands. This is probably the 5th or 6th time that I've cleaned my brush this way, and haven't found that the results have really varied. And then I'm using extra virgin olive oil, but I use this with vegetable oil too and canola oil, and it had the same result. So it's basically 1 part each. I don't really measure it, but I use 1 part of the dish soap and 1 part of the extra virgin olive oil, and I'll kind of show you what I do. But basically I'm going to put it in the bowl here, and I don't have a lot of brushes because I cleaned them about a week ago, so I don't need a lot of product, but I'll kind of show you. So I'm just going to mix 1 part each. I don't need to do a whole lot because I cleaned my brushes about a week ago. But I'll just kind of show you what I do. So I don't know if you can kind of see, it's about 1 part each. I don't know that it is super important. And if after you've gone through the first few brushes you feel like you've soaked up all of your mixture, it's pretty easy just to make some more. So after I've done this step, I'm just going to take each brush and kind of mix it around. And once I've kind of done the initial mix, I'll just set it in the sink. So I'm going to keep going here and show you what to do next. Okay, so after you've gone through and sort of dispersed each brush in your soap oil mixture, by the time I'm finished with all the brushes, I kind of like to go back and then just really well rinse them out. And I did want to mention, I like to do my bigger face brushes like this last, because it seems like no matter how much of the oil soap mixture I have in the bowl, it tends to soak up all of it. So like the powder brush I almost always will do last, and my other kind of Real Techniques blush brush like this one, I will also do that one towards the end. So I start out with the eye brushes and kind of systematically work my way to, from small brush to large. And my beauty blender is not really that dirty, but just to kind of show you that I have had really good success cleaning this the same way. So now I'm just going to go through and really well rinse out each brush, and then what I've done is kind of just folded up a towel so I can create a little bit of a slope. So after I rinse each brush out, I'm just going to kind of line it up on the towel, and then it will drain down rather than up to keep the bristles nice and glued. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. Oh, and I did also want to mention, kitchen sinks can be nasty. So almost every time before I do this, I'll take my bleach spray or some other disinfectant and really well clean my sink. Because the last thing you want to do is clean your brushes and then have them sitting in a filthy, bacteria-filled sink. Otherwise, here we go.
now each brush has been rinsed pretty well, and I also just wanted to mention that before they're completely dry, especially the brushes like the blush brush that I have here, or any of the brushes that I have that are a little bit less dense and have longer bristles, I notice that when I'm kind of doing the motion of cleaning them in my hand like this, they can kind of start to tangle and then they just don't dry nice. So one way that I have found to kind of combat that is to take an eyebrow comb like I have here, and it works really well before the brush is completely dried, just to kind of comb through it and kind of get any of the tangles out that we might have created when we were cleaning and rinsing the brush. So this is what I can do, and I found that then it allows my bristles to dry really flat and nice, kind of the way the brush was, and you don't mess with the shape too much. So that's my only thing. It usually takes these brushes about a day or so to dry overnight, so I try to leave some of the brushes in my supply and not wash all of them at once. But like I said, I'm really super pleased. I was using baby shampoo. I tried a couple different brush cleaners and nothing really seemed to work. I think I saw this for the first time on maybe Michelle Phan's blog, and it's so simple, and it's stuff you already have at home, and it works better than anything else that I've tried. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know if there's anything else that I can do a video on.